And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Up first, hazardous weather graphics, still showing wind advisories out here for Kobuk Valley, Ambler area, at least the southern Kobuk Valley there. That includes Ambler. And out here, Shishmaref, northern Seward Peninsula, down toward Wales, Steller, and those locations. Another one in there that I can't forget, Tin City. So yeah, Wales, Steller, Tin City area for tonight. Wind chills 50 degrees below zero. And also here for the 40-mile country, also a wind chill advisory remains out tonight for wind chills to 50 miles, not wind chills to 50 degrees below zero with gusty winds. And for the satellite imagery, we've got this front here draped across the northern Bering Sea, cutting southeastward through the interior, and then south-southeastward there across the Gulf of Alaska. That's brought the snow into south-central Alaska last night and into midday today. Still snowing up to the north and northeast there, but the heaviest precipitation occurring over south-central Alaska and into the North Gulf Coast over toward Yakutat. Some light amounts of, well, actually Hoonah had about 3/4 of an inch of rain today, but much lighter amounts as you head south. And there's some clearing down toward Ketchikan and those areas with dry conditions. Cleared out over Kodiak Island, that clearing following this front into Cook Inlet today, and also snow ending from south to north here. It was light snow here over the southwest interior. Next system pushing into the Aleutians, kind of a new low developing right here along the front that kind of curves back into the low center just south of Adak there. And that brought 40 to 55 mile an hour wind gusts to the central Aleutians today. Nikolsky, ahead of the frontal system, had peak wind gusts of 66 miles per hour, and that moisture and wind pushing up toward the Pribilof Islands. And Arctic coast, still a lot of clouds up there with a light snow, mostly on the western Arctic coast today, but much lighter winds on the east side. Almost calm by comparison there with from what they had yesterday with the blizzard conditions over toward Kaktovik and that area up there. On the chart today, here's the front weakening across the northern Bering Sea. Areas of light snow, quite a widespread area of snow, of light snow from, again, the southern Kobuk Valley southward into the southwest interior, kind of diminishing and ending from south to north here. And also for Cook Inlet areas, about 2 to 5 inches of snow falling in northern Cook Inlet into the southern Susitna Valley and possibly in the Matanuska Valley as well. And rain for the North Gulf Coast today, with the heaviest over toward Yakutat, where they had about an inch today. And as I mentioned, Hoonah picking up about 3/4 of an inch, and much lighter amounts for Juneau. And then dry with some clearing down to the south. And for tonight, still some flurries up there along the central and western Arctic coast, but don't look for any accumulation with that, or it'll be very light. And remnants of the front here kind of swinging north-northwest now, bringing some flurries or light snow into the Kobuk, Selawik Valley areas, maybe as far west as Kotzebue, and then down across the Yukon Delta, then to the south of Break over the Kuskokwim Valley areas. And then this new low center swinging up toward the Aleutian Range here, west-southwest of Kodiak Island. So look for wind and rain to return to Kodiak Island after the clearing this afternoon. That'll happen maybe later this evening into tonight. And still some snow showers or rain and snow showers for the North Gulf Coast. Same thing for the northern Panhandle, areas of rain and snow, but much lighter, more of a showery condition there with some light snow showers and flurries in the Copper River Basin up to the eastern Alaska Range area. Dry with clearing down to the south, and a lot of wind, rain and snow over the Aleutians with that low center, shifting up to the Pribilof Islands. Snow and rain mix changing over to rain later tonight. And for tomorrow, low pressure now into the south central Bering Sea area. Gusty west winds, rain and snow showers for the Aleutians, and pretty good winds and rain ahead of the front here coming in from the eastern Aleutians into the Alaska Peninsula up to the southwest coast. Another round of snow pushing in there, spreading northward across Norton Sound to the south coast of the Seward Peninsula and possibly even St. Lawrence Island. A few flurries in the Arctic coast, otherwise a lot of clearing here over the northern and eastern interior from the Alaska Range northward. South of the mountains, though, This low center tracking northeastward, keeping it cloudy with a chance of snow increasing again. Prince William Sound, Kenai Peninsula, mostly western Susitna Valley area along the Alaska Range there. Southern Cook Inlet, best chance of seeing some more snow, light snow, and rain for the North Gulf Coast. And for the Panhandle, maybe some scattered snow showers, Lynn Canal, Glacier Bay, Haines, those areas over toward Elfin Cove. Otherwise, not too bad. Light winds, dry conditions with a fair amount of sunshine over the central and southern southeast coast. And then for Tuesday, that low tracks off to the southeast here, bringing some precipitation into the southern Panhandle, heaviest along the coast of Prince of Wales Island. And kind of a reversal now be driest in the north there, high pressure over the Yukon and extending its influence south and west into much of interior Alaska, all the way up to the Arctic coast with light winds there, all the way down into the Gulf of Alaska, partly to mostly sunny across southern Alaska ahead of this next big storm, bringing storm force winds and gales with it here, especially on the eastern side, the quadrant of the low center, with lots of snow showers over the eastern Aleutians, strong winds, snow blowing, snow pushing into the southwest interior areas, with snow along a trough extending up to the northwest coast. And for the lows tonight, below zero, north of the Alaska Range actually here, all the way up to the Arctic coast. Finally staying above the minus 50 below mark there in the Yukon Flats, but not too far away, 48 below at the Fort Yukon area. Minus 7, Savunga, Gamble, upper 20s for the Pribilofs, upper 20s, lower 30s for the Aleutians, and 20s for Bristol Bay, Alaska Peninsula, Kodiak Island, and 5 to 10 for south central Alaska. Some areas might drop back down below zero if you get the clearing in the clearer areas. 10 below for the Copper River Basin. Lows, lower 20s, or in the 20s to the north there for the Panhandle, 30s to the south. And highs tomorrow, lower 40s, southern southeast coast, mid to upper 30s up to the north. And right around zero for the highs in the Copper River Basin. And 15 to 20, south central Alaska, near 30 for Homer, closer to 40 for Kodiak, in the 30s for Bristol Bay, staying below zero, central eastern interior, gradually warming to a little above zero out to the west, 30s for the Pribilofs and the Aleutians. And then for the lows on Tuesday morning, we've got upper 20s for the Pribilofs, right around 5 for St. Lawrence Island, and staying below zero, but not as far below as you have been here for the central and eastern interior, and right around 0 to 5 above here in the west. Arctic coast, 10 to 20 below for the lows, and 5 to 15 about sums it up for south central Alaska. Upper 20s Kodiak Island, 20s northern Panhandle, 30s to the south. That'll be followed by highs here in the 30s for the Bristol Bay area. And in the 20s now, mid-20s, lower to mid-20s for south central Alaska with a lot of sunshine here, lower 30s for Homer, upper 30s for Kodiak, and still gradually warming here over the eastern interior with temperatures above zero, even into the Kobuk, Koyukuk Valley areas. Yukon Flats still staying below zero, near zero for Northway, otherwise in the 30s for the southeast coast.